Hey y'all, I'm crossing off 1,000 adventures on a bucket list, one of those being to read 100 new books. And as you may know, if you've been following along, we just finished The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. There's other videos if you want to look and go see what the book was about and things like that. But today, I'm giving my opinion. Trigger warning, there were scenes in this book that depicted child illness, loss of a child, military violence, as well as first responder search and rescue graphic scenes. So if you are maybe sensitive to these issues currently right now, feel free to check out anything else on my page and join us for the next book, which I will be drawing for at the end of this video, so maybe ask somebody what it was. Anyway, so today is my thoughts and opinions. We will be drawing for the next book, so please stay tuned to watch and see what we'll be reading next if you want to join me. But yeah, so let's dive in. First and foremost, we need to talk about Beckett and Ella's relationship, because that's kind of the star of the whole book. I did like them together. There were cheesy lines, there were some things that I felt like were too good to be true, but overall I felt like they were both written with enough flaws and enough human awkwardness that they were believable. And I did enjoy that each of them were redeemable, because I think they both deserve to be. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people that they do stuff where you're like, yeah, you know, no. But there's some people that they screw up, and you know that at their core, at their heart, they really are good people. And I do think that they deserved another chance. So I'm glad that they got it. I'm glad they pulled it together and they were able to find each other once again and able to have an honest relationship with the best of intentions and let go of the toxicity and issues of the past. So that was great to me. I did love how Beckett was extremely supportive of her, but also put her kids at the same level of importance. It wasn't just all about her, or it wasn't just all about the kids. It was very equal, I felt. And Ella, honestly, I feel like she was really extremely hard on herself, which is something that I think a lot of us moms can relate to. So as you know, maybe it was sometimes hard to read because it may have been overdone slightly. I do think that she was depicted pretty realistically. So I did love that. I also, I just loved the two of them together. You know, the teamwork, the bouncing off each other. Just, can I help with this? Can I do that? Well, if you do this, then I can do that. You know, it worked really well. They came together and you could see them as a family from the beginning of the book, and it was just beautiful. Major talking points about all of this. I was okay with Maisie's story. I was heartbroken for her and definitely had me like sitting at the edge of my seat. But I was okay with it because it was a fake book. You know, it's fiction. What broke me was to read the acknowledgments at the end and find that her story was actually based off of a real child who had gone through a bout with neuroblastoma, had 10% odds, and beat them. Yeah, that broke me. But all in all, her story was great. I'm glad that it ended on a really happy note. And as far as what happened to Colt, I do deem it unfair. I do deem it unnecessary. As somebody in my Facebook group for reading had pointed out, that his dying was so unnecessary and it just made her feel like the book was oversold and things like that. I did find it unnecessary. However, I feel like the unnecessary side of it made it more realistic. It didn't need to happen. It didn't have to be that way. Life could have gone on. They could have fought for like a happier ending. It could have ended on the high note of Maisie being cancer-free. It could have gone in a few different directions, but it went there, and I feel like that did make it realistic, because it doesn't matter who you lose in your life that's close to you. You're never ready for it. It never seems justified. It never seems okay. You're glad sometimes that people are not in pain anymore. You're glad that they're maybe in a right state of mind once again, but you are never prepared. You are never going to say, yeah, that was a good choice. I'm really glad they're gone. I don't miss them at all. So in that sense, I felt like it was realistic. But yeah, it took me a while. I did have to mourn this book The writing is really well done. I feel like her writing is conversational and casual. It could almost be me and her having a conversation like this is how she wrote. And that pulled me in. That really did pull me in. There wasn't any fanciness and fluff, a little bit of cheese, a little bit. But that's also how I live my life, is in a big bucket of cheese. So really, who's to blame? But yes, those are my opinions. I think she's a fantastic writer. I can't wait to read more of her books as we narrow down the pile that I have over here. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to more. I'm sad. I am sad that the brother died, because I feel like he would have been a great person to have maybe brought back at the end of the book, of like, oh, I was found, here I am, and now we can be a happy family. But that was actually really hard, because that was like her last person that knew her since birth. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. Let us kind of wrap up here. So I'm going to draw for the next book we're reading. If you would like to read it, please follow along with me. We are going to take The Last Letter. This is the mini one. And we are going to put it in Adventures Enjoyed. And we are going to close the lid on that chapter, that era. I feel like, friends, it's like the end of an era. And we're going to draw for books number 6. So let's see what we get. Let's see. I don't want to look. I'm scared. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this one. This is what Happy looks like, by Jennifer E. Smith. Anybody read it? I'm kind of interested. We will see what this is about. I'm really not sure. We'll discuss it next time. Anyway, let me know if you've read it. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what else you're reading. It might get added to the list. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out the page, see what else we've been up to. Check out 1000adventures.ca. Check out the whole bucket list that's sitting there. Let me know any ideas to add on top of there, on top of the list. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.